Hi everyone, welcome back to MindEase with Sandra. If you're new here, this is a safe space for healing, growth, and gentle reminders that you matter. Today we are talking about something powerful, whole body awareness. And that's how self-love heals both the mind and the body. Let's get right into it. So we'll start by talking about the mind-body connection. So the mind-body connection is just letting you know that your mind and your body connects on different levels, right? We often treat our mind and body like they are separate worlds, but they are not. But the truth is, they talk to each other constantly, more than you and I know. Let's look at it this way. When your mind is stressed, your body feels it, right? When your body is exhausted, your mind reacts, and you know that. And when you practice self-love, both of them soften, relax, and begin to heal. So whole body wellness is about understanding that you cannot heal one part of you while ignoring the other. You cannot heal your body while ignoring your mind. You cannot heal your mind ignoring your body. You can't heal one and let one be. The connection is really strong. So let's try the much we can to practice self-love. So let's look at how self-love supports your mental health. Self-love isn't selfish or dramatic like people might just tag it recently. When you practice self-love right now, most people think you're being kind of selfish or being dramatic. Please ignore that, okay? It's simply treating yourself with the same compassion you give others. When you speak kindly to yourself, when you give yourself permission to rest, when you stop blaming yourself for everything. Sometimes you really need to let go. Some things happen and you need to let go. The same way you forgive people, the same way you're kind to people, the same way you treat people right around you. Can you give what you do not have? Do that for yourself first. Charity begins at home. Forgive yourself. Be kind to yourself. Love yourself a whole lot more. Even the Bible records that you should love your neighbor as you love yourself, meaning that you have to love yourself first before loving someone, right? Please, is important. So your body becomes lighter when you do that. Your thoughts becomes clearer. Your emotions becomes more balanced, right? Self-love calms stress. It reduces anxiety and allows you to show up at your best self. Show up as your best self, rather. Right? So let's look into how your mental state affects your body. Are you saying the connection we're talking about here? So your mental state affects your body as well. Have you ever been so stressed that your shoulder tightened? Or so worried that your stomach felt heavy? I'm sure that most of us have felt that. That's the mind-body connection. That is the mind-body connection. So it is powerful. Your emotions have physical expressions. And the more overwhelmed you feel mentally, the more your body tries to carry that same weight. Why do that to yourself? Why? So in this case, we are trying to let you know that self-love helps you to regulate those emotions, and your body responds with more ease. Can you do that for yourself today? Can you practice self-love? Can you do that? So let's look at how caring for your body supports your mind. The beautiful thing is that the connection works both ways. It works both ways, right? When your body moves, right? When you move your body, like exercise, right? Go to the gym. When you hydrate, you drink a lot of water, right? Fluid, good fluid, not toxic ones. Before somebody will go and grab alcohol. When you hydrate yourself, when you sleep well. When was the last time you had 8 hours sleep? I don't even want to talk about it. I'm a culprit, but I'm learning to do better for myself. So when you nourish yourself, your brain releases chemicals that boosts your mood. This is real. Sharpen your clarity and help you feel grounded. Caring for your body is an act of emotional self-care. Can never be overemphasized. So now let's also let's talk about and look at what whole body awareness, what it looks like daily. Okay? Whole body awareness isn't complicated. It's not at all. It's a small daily choice, like a conscious effort that you make every day that honor both your mind and your body. What does it look like? Something like simple things like even taking a deep breath before reacting. Sometimes you can just pause a bit before you react. That can help you, right? So sometimes a male, sometimes you see ladies or some people carrying a jar of water, like a can of water. It's not fashion. They are staying hydrated. They can do a bottle of water. It must even be any kind of fancy thing, but just try and make sure that you have water close to you every time. Sometimes you can stretch. If you're working in the office, sometimes you're advised to get up for a few minutes, walk around, stretch a bit, right? You're helping yourself. You can do that for 5 minutes. Your job won't suffer, your work won't suffer. Do that. Sometimes you can say no. Simple saying no to protect your peace sometimes can help. Those demands that you know that is going to drain you, those demands that you must not even, do, that comes every other time, you can say no to that. Sometimes, in a very respectful way though, right? You don't have to be rude about anything. So because while you're protecting your emotions, you also need to put other people's emotions and concerns into consideration. So you can do that in the most honorable way. Saying no. Okay? Sometimes you can just rest. So this gentle habit creates harmony. It creates harmony between your mind, body, and spirit. So whole body awareness begins with one promise to yourself. What's that promise? The promise to treat yourself with love, patience, and respect. Can you do that? When you love yourself, you heal deeper. When something happens, remember who you are. Put your self-value up there. Okay, remember who you are. Because you remember, you value yourself so much. You understand that. Okay? You have to heal. For your own sake, you have to really heal. Right? So when you care for your mind, even your body will thank you. Sometimes people will see you're glowing. You're not really eating much of anything. It's just that self-care, self-value, and self-love. So you deserve that balance. You deserve that peace. Can you do that for yourself? Please? Thank you so much for watching MindEase with Sandra. If this message touched you, don't forget to like, comment, and share. Remember, healing starts with self-love. And